Ghana had a friendly match with Nicaragua last week. It was a couple days after Ghana's friendly match against Brazil. Ghana lost to Brazil 3-0. Then a couple days after that, they had another friendly match against Nicaragua in which they won 1-0. So Ghana definitely improved against Nicaragua compared to that Brazil game they had. They put in a lot more effort, and a few different players started against Nicaragua. You know, a lot of the players who played against Brazil in the second half were the ones who started against Nicaragua. And yeah, Ghana definitely put in more effort against Nicaragua. They put in more effort into the attack. Ghana had a nice attack against Nicaragua. They were pushing the ball up the field. The midfielders created a few scoring chances, but a lot of the scoring chances that our midfielders created were failed scoring chances. So Ghana definitely has to work on their finishing. Because you can have all the fancy dribbling, you can attack all you want, but if you're not scoring, then it doesn't matter. So Ghana definitely has to improve on the finishing and goal scoring. But yeah, a lot of people were complaining that Ghana barely won against Nicaragua because Ghana only scored one goal against Nicaragua. A lot of Ghanaian Ghanaians on social media were saying, "Oh man," they were disappointed because they felt like since Nicaragua is supposed to be a lower level team, that Ghana was supposed to score have a whole bunch of goals against Nicaragua. I can see where they're coming from, but hey, it is what it is. It's definitely improvement though. But friendly matches is not always about the score. With friendly matches, it's not always about the end score. It's about um, how a team played. You know, in that match, even though Ghana only scored one goal against Nicaragua, Ghana dominated Nicaragua the whole game. Ghana definitely dominated Nicaragua that whole game, and that's a good sign going to the World Cup that you know Ghana is a superior team to a team to Nicaragua, and just the fact that Ghana beat Nicaragua that gives Ghana some confidence going forward. Especially after a big loss against Brazil, and man, Ghana has some amazing attackers. Ghana has the potential to be a huge threat in this World Cup. They have some good attackers in that midfield. I think his name is one of the midfielders. Who played against Nicaragua for the Ghanaian Black Stars. I think his name is, if I'm correct, Mohamed Mohamed Kudos. Mohamed Kudos. He's a midfielder, and man, he's not scared to attack. Whenever he gets the ball, he's running up the field. He's a great dribbler. He's a midfielder who's good at dribbling, can keep ball possession. But a lot of people were saying, "Oh, Mohamed Kudos, he dribbles too much. He's too selfish. He doesn't pass the ball when he needs to." I mean, he has his flaws. He could be a little less selfish, but he needs to start for the Black Stars of Ghana. Muhammad Kudos definitely needs to start for the Black Stars of Ghana because Ghana needs players who will push that ball forward and attack and isn't scared to attack. And Muhammad Kudos, he's one of those players who just have the confidence to push the ball forward. You know, he has that like an elite dribbling skill. He can dribble past like three defenders at once and still keep ball possession. You know, I definitely could see Muhammad Kudos turning up, you know, against a team like Portugal. I definitely could see Muhammad Kudos turning up against a team like Portugal, you know, and going into the World Cup, Ghana's key is going to be that midfield. Ghana's midfield is going to make them a threat, you know, and Muhammad Kudos, he's a fantastic dribbler, you know, a great attacker. Then Ghana has Thomas Partey, who's coming back to that Black Star from an injury. The Ghana has a couple other midfielders who play at a high level. So man, Ghana's midfield for the World Cup is going to be a big threat, and I definitely think they can shock Portugal. I've seen Portugal play, and man, Portugal is a beatable team. They're not a team that's like as skilled as Brazil. You know, Ghana played Brazil last week, and Portugal is not on the level of a Brazil. You know, Portugal, they don't have that same shutdown defense like a Brazil. You know, Portugal doesn't have the best defense. You know, they're not the most organized team. They're not the most technically tactical team. And Portugal's defense could definitely be penetrated by athletic players like Muhammad Kudos and Anaki Williams. um, yeah, man. Like Ghana has a young squad that's full of athletic players who can dribble. Ghana, the key to Ghana's success in this World Cup is going to be like their midfield and the ability to dribble. You know, Ghana needs to bring that lively African style of play to the World Cup, and you know, if Ghana can beat Portugal for their first game in the World Cup, then I definitely see Ghana advancing to the second round of the World Cup. Um, got like I just named him earlier, Naki Williams. He's one of the Ghana Black Stars' new players. He's another great addition to the team. Naki Williams, I believe he plays for the La Liga in Spain. I forgot what exact team he plays for though. But the name of the team he plays for is not ringing in my mind. But he plays for La Liga, and like La Liga is one of the best leagues in the world for football and soccer. So, like Nike Williams has definitely showed his quality against Brazil and Nicaragua. Even though he didn't score yet, he hasn't scored for the Black Stars yet. But Nike Williams has shown he's very fast. He'll give any defense problems. You know, Anaki Williams, he was giving the Brazilian defense problems. So going to the World Cup, man, Anaki Williams is the type of player who can give any level of defense problems. You know, he's very fast. He's a good dribbler. You know, so I definitely see him being a threat in the World Cup. You know, this Ghana team, man. This Ghana team, if they play with confidence, they can beat any team in the world. I mean, they have all the individual players. You know, Ghana has the talent, but the only question is can the Black Stars of Ghana unite you know, and play with cohesion, you know, because soccer is that type of sport that you can have the individual talent in soccer and football, but if your team does not gel, they're not going anywhere. If Ghana can find that chemistry, they could beat anyone. They could definitely beat any team in that group. You know, Ghana's group, they have Portugal. Portugal is beatable. I seen Portugal play against Spain. You know, Portugal was sloppy, disorganized against Spain. You know, they're not the best team. Portugal is best, definitely beatable. Ghana could beat Portugal. South Korea, they're beatable. They don't have the best defense. South Korea. You know, they don't. South Korea doesn't have any superstars that Ghana should be afraid of. And who in Uruguay? Uruguay's beatable. Uruguay just lost a friendly match against Iran. They're beatable. They're not like an A-level team or whatever, man. Man, Ghana could top their group if they put their mind to it, man. But next game around, next Ghana has another friendly match before the World Cup, like a week before the World Cup, I believe, like on November 17th. Ghana has a friendly match against Sweden, and hopefully by then, you know, the Ghana Black Stars have everything figured out. Right now, the coach of the Ghanaian Black Stars, Otto Otto, he's taking a lot of heat from social media, and maybe he is the coach for Ghana, maybe he's not. But I have confidence in this team, and hopefully by the World Cup, Ghana has everything figured out. I know Ghana still has a few players that they're looking at to bring into the team to start. And yeah, man, we still have 2 months for the World Cup to start, and that's enough time for the team to get everything sorted out. But all right, you guys, peace.